Today we are going to be using the mini ball. If you don't have a mini ball, then you can hold on to a cushion or a box of tissues or something like that. When we're doing the holding exercises, if you've got something in between your knees, yeah, go for a cushion or a pillow. You can always fold the pillow in two. So today we're going to be working on inner thighs and core. So we'll get started. We're going to start lying on your back with your knees bent and your feet on the mat, and we're going to just pop the ball in between the knees. Okay, so we'll start lying down, relax the head and shoulders, relax the arms down, and we're just going to start with some pelvic tilts. So we're just going to tip the pelvis so the lower back rounds down into the mat, and then we tip the pelvis so the lower back arches away from the mat. And we're just going to start doing that just to warm up through the lower back, breathing in your own time. And we're going to try breathing in and out through the nose. Nice and gently, just rocking to and fro. Okay, and then we're just going to rotate the knees over towards one side, holding the ball still. We're going to bring them back to the center. And then we'll rotate the knees over to the opposite side. So we're just gently warming through the spine. We're going to inhale the knees over to the side, and we're going to exhale them back to the center. We're just warming up nice and gently through the lower back. Just getting the body accustomed to doing a little bit of movement this morning. Okay, and we're going to come to a stop there. We're just going to start with some ball squeezes. So we're just going to press the knees together as we breathe out, and then relax as we breathe in. Press the knees together as we breathe out, and relax as we breathe in. Press the knees together as we breathe out. Relax as we breathe in. Press the knees together. Relax. Breathing out, press the knees together. And relax. Breathing out, press the knees together. And relax, and we'll do one more here. Okay, now we're going to try something that we call imprint spine. So we're going to lift the legs up into tabletop, and the lower back's going to round out down into the mat. And we're going to hold those legs there. And we're just going to bring the knees towards us, press the knees, and just gently away. So we're not moving at all. The lower back's now flat against the mat or the bed or the floor or wherever you are. And we're just gently moving and pressing the knees. So we're just activating some of our deep core. And that's enough for today. Okay, we're going to pop the feet down now, and we're going to do some glute bridges. So we're going to take a breath, we're going to breathe out, we're going to tuck the tail under around the lower back down into the mat. We're going to peel up from the mat, inch by inch. Take a breath and a pause at the top, and then as you breathe out, we're going to roll down into the mat. And relax, take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to peel up from the mat, inch by inch. Take a breath and a pause at the top. And then as we breathe out, we're going to roll back down into the mat. And relax, take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to peel up from the mat. Take a breath at the top. As we breathe out, we're going to roll back down, and we're just going to control that all the way down into the mat. And relax, take a breath. As you breathe out, we're going to peel up from the mat. Breath in at the top, and then we breathe out on the way down. You'll notice that your legs are probably pressing in on the ball, so we're activating through the inner thighs, through the pelvic floor a little bit more. Okay, this time we're going to hold it at the top, and we're just going to pulse. So we're going to squeeze for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to control that back down. And relax, take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to peel up from the mat as high as is comfortable. We're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to roll back down into the mat. Relax, take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to peel up from the mat. At the top, we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to roll back down. And we're going to just do this one more time. As you breathe out, we're going to roll up. We're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And roll it back down. And relax and breathe. Okay, we're going to shift over onto your side now. We're going to pop the ball in between the ankles. I'm going to support your head on a bent or an outstretched arm. And we're going to straighten those legs. You use this top hand for support here. We've got an imaginary line from the ankle through the knee, through the hip, through the shoulder, out through the crown of the head. And we're going to lift that waist up from the mat. We're going to take a breath. As we breathe out, we're going to lift and lower those legs. Take a breath. As you breathe out, we're going to lift and lower those legs. Take a breath. As you breathe out, we're going to lift and lower. As you breathe out, we're going to lift and lower. As you breathe out, we're going to lift and lower. As you breathe out, we're going to lift and lower. As you breathe out, we're going to lift and lower. As you breathe out, we're going to lift and lower. And one more. As you breathe out, we're going to lift and lower. And relax and take a breath. And then we're going to switch sides. So we just twizzle around, pop the ball in between our ankles, support the head on a bent or an outstretched arm, imaginary line from the ankle through the knee, through the hip, through the shoulder, out through the crown of the head. Lift that waist up, use the top hand for support. On the out breath, we're going to lift and lower. Relax, take a breath. As we breathe out, we're going to lift and lower. Relax, take a breath. As you breathe out, we're going to lift and lower. Relax, take a breath. As you breathe out, we're going to lift and lower. Relax, take a breath. As you breathe out, we're going to lift and lower. Relax, take a breath. As you breathe out, we're going to lift and lower. Relax, take a breath. 2 more. As you breathe out, lift and lower. Relax, take a breath. And 1 more. Lift and lower. And relax and breathe. Okay, we're going to take the ball now. We're going to place it in between the back, in between the mid back and the lower back. And we're just going to take the arms. We have our knees bent. We're going to take the arms up in front of the face, and we're just going to open the arms out. Feel a stretch come around here and back up. But we're going to keep that apple shape underneath the chin, so we're not pulling it down into the chest. We're not poking it up to the ceiling. We're just keeping that neutral stance. So we take the arms up. We're going to inhale out, exhale up, inhale out, exhale up, and you feel that stretch. Inhale out, exhale up, inhale out, exhale up. 2 more. Inhale out, exhale up. 1 more. Fantastic. And then we're going to pop the ball back between the knees, and we're just going to finish up with some rotations. So we're going to bring the legs up into tabletop, 90 degrees at the knee, 90 degrees at the hip. We're going to rotate so the knees come over to the side and then they come back to the center. We're going to melt those shoulder blades down into the mat. And we're going to inhale over and exhale back. Inhale over, exhale back. Inhale over, just moving as far as is comfortable for you to go. Exhale back, inhale over. Keep those shoulder blades down, control that movement. Don't let the legs just flop from side to side. Fantastic, keep that going. And we'll do one more each side. And back to the center. Take that ball, pop it down to the side. Bring the knees in towards you. Give yourself a hug, little gentle rock from side to side just to release through the lower back. And there we have it.